Trump just launched strikes on Iran, and the immediate reaction from top intelligence and armed services Democrats? A colossal mistake. A war of choice with no strategic endgame. This isn't just partisan squabbling. This is a direct challenge to the very idea of strategic thinking in foreign policy. We're talking about a move that could ignite the Middle East based on what experts are calling a dangerous, unnecessary, and idiotic action. Let's expose what's really happening here.
Trump made clear in his words, and they're making clear in their targets, that this is an effort to remove the Iranian regime. What is astonishing to me is not only is this illegal, but it's totally unnecessary.
Wait, what? Illegal? Unnecessary? This isn't just strong language. It's an indictment of the entire strategy. For years, the narrative from the very officials now in power was about containing Iran's nuclear ambitions through diplomacy. Now, according to a former deputy national security advisor, we've pivoted to an illegal regime change operation. And all this, even though Iran supposedly posed less of a threat than before. That's not how international diplomacy is supposed to work. It's a total reversal of stated policy, and it raises serious questions about the true motives behind these actions.
Change. He made a call for the Iranian people to rise up, and then what? Because we've seen that even if you decapitate the regime, even if you remove the regime, that often, in the case of Iraq, in the case of Libya, in the case of Afghanistan, leads to civil war.
And there it is, the critical question. And then what? We've seen this playbook before, haven't we? Libya, Afghanistan. The vacuum left by removing a regime often doesn't lead to stable democracy. It leads to civil war, protracted conflict, and devastating human cost. That's documented history etched in blood and treasure. The idea that you can just call for an uprising without a comprehensive post-conflict plan, that's not how that works in the real world. If understanding these breakdowns in strategy matters to you, this is exactly what we do here at Partisan Pulse. Hit subscribe and join us.
But if you talk to analysts inside of Iran, the idea that you're just going to re-import the son of the Shah into a country of 93 million people with a deeply ideological and entrenched regime, heavily armed factions, and have some transition to democracy.
A country of 93 million people, a deeply ideological and entrenched regime, heavily armed factions. These aren't minor details. These are measurable, verifiable facts on the ground. The fantasy of simply re-importing a figure from a bygone era or expecting a spontaneous, organized, democratic transition in such a complex environment ignores every hard-won lesson of modern geopolitics. It's a dangerous delusion, putting American credibility and the lives of our service members at profound risk. This isn't just poor planning. It's an active disregard for reality.
Responses, as they've done, but you also hear a concern about a potential fracturing of Iran that leads to significant refugee flows into Afghanistan, Pakistan, Turkey, up into Europe. So there are lots of things that could go wrong here, and it's not clear what the best case scenarios that they're even pointing towards.
Right. This isn't just about military strikes. It's about a potential humanitarian catastrophe on a massive scale. We're talking about massive refugee flows into Afghanistan, Pakistan, Turkey, and up into Europe. This isn't contained. It's a domino effect, destabilizing an already volatile region and potentially impacting global stability. That's the real tangible consequence of unhinged foreign policy. The stakes here are not just for Iran or even the Middle East, but for global security. When an administration can't articulate a best-case scenario for its actions, that should send shivers down every American's spine. This is a gamble with our future. The message from experts is clear. This administration is gambling with global stability, ignoring historical warnings, and operating without a coherent plan. When leaders make decisions that risk igniting region-wide chaos, accountability isn't just a talking point. It's a national security imperative. The facts are on the record. If you want to keep seeing them exposed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear it.